This is the video for day 1 of section 10-4 on dividing polynomials. In this video, you will learn how to use long division to divide polynomials. Polynomial long division is a method for dividing a polynomial by another polynomial of a lower degree. It is very similar to dividing with numbers. So if we just review long division in itself, so we're going to take 277 and divide it by 12. So we'd have 12 on the outside, 277 on the inside. You would say, how many times does 12 go into 2? Well, it can't. So then you would say, how many times does 12 go into 27? And that would be twice. 2 times 12 is 24. And then we would subtract that. So 27 minus 24 is 3. And then we'd carry down our 7. How many times does 12 go into 37? That would be 3 times, which is 36. Subtract that, we get 1, and 12 can't go into 1. So we have that our answer would be 23 with a remainder of 1. So let's take two polynomials and divide them using long division. So step 1 says to write the dividend in standard form, including the terms with the coefficient of 0. So we're going to take this first one here, the dividend, and put it in standard form. If you're missing a term, that means the coefficient is really a 0. So we're going to look at this. Our highest degree is 3. So that's going to be 2y to the third. Then we have y squared. So that's minus y squared. We don't have a y, so we're going to put in plus 0y. And then we have our 25. Step 2 says to write the division in the same way you would when dividing with numbers. So that means that our y minus 3 would go on the outside. And then underneath, and I'm going to have it in standard form, 2y to the third minus y squared plus 0y plus 25. So we're going to start by looking at this first term, 2y cubed. And off to the side, if you want to, you can, or you can do it in your head, but it's basically asking yourself 2y cubed divided by y is what? And that is 2y squared. So I'm going to put it above this y squared. And then we're going to take this and we're going to multiply it by each of the terms that we're dividing by. So we have 2y squared times y is 2y to the third. 2y squared times negative 3 is negative 6y squared. And then we're subtracting this. So 2y to the third minus 2y to the third is 0. Negative 1y squared minus a negative 6y squared is really a positive 5y squared. And then I'm going to carry down what we have. So then, again, off to the side, I'm going to say, okay, well, what is 5y squared divided by y? And that's 5y. So then I'm going to put plus 5y. And again, I'm going to take the 5y and multiply it to the y and multiply it to the negative 3. So 5y times y is 5y squared. 5y times negative 3 is negative 15y. We're going to subtract that. So 5y squared minus 5y squared is 0. 0 minus a negative 15y is going to be a positive 15y. And then we're going to carry down the 25. Then we're going to say, okay, well, 15y divided by y leaves me with 15. So we have plus 15. Then I'm going to multiply that back through. So 15 times y is 15y. And 15 times negative 3 is negative 45. And we're going to subtract that. So 15y minus 15y is 0. but 25 minus a negative 45 is a positive 70. So we have a remainder of 70 because 70 cannot be divided by y. So our final answer here would be 2y squared plus 5y plus 15. Whatever sign is on this remainder is what's going to be here. So since this is a positive, this is going to be a plus. And then you're going to write the remainder as a fraction. So it's 70 divided by y minus 3. And you're done. Let's try another. So looking at our dividend here, it's already in standard form, and we have an x squared and x and then negative 12, so nothing's missing here. So I can go right into step 2, and that gives me the 3x plus 1 into 15x squared plus 8x minus 12. So off to the side or in your head, 15x squared divided by 3x is 5x. Now you're going to multiply this back through. So 5x times 3x is 15x squared. 5x times 1 is 5x. We're going to subtract this. So that's 0. 8 minus 5 would give me 3x. Carry down your negative 12. So then 3x divided by 3x is 1. Multiply this back through. So 1 times 3x is 3x. 1 times 1 is 1. We're going to subtract this. So that's 0. Negative 12 minus 1 is negative 13. And 13 can't be divided by 3x. So then our answer is just 5x plus 1. The sign here is a negative, so it's going to be a minus. And then 13 over 3x plus 1. One more. In standard form, and it goes from a square to a 1 to x of 0, so there's nothing missing here. So I could say x minus 3 on the outside, x squared plus 5x minus 28. X squared divided by x is x. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Subtract this out. That's going to be 0. 5 minus negative 3 is going to give me 8x. Carry down your negative 28. 8x divided by x is 8. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times negative 3 is negative 24. Subtract this out. 8x minus 8x is 0. Negative 28 minus a negative 24 is going to be a negative 4. A negative 4 can't be divided by x, so then our answer is x plus 8. The negative here tells me this is a minus, and then 4 over x minus 3. So that's how we use long division to divide polynomials, and in tomorrow's lesson we will learn how to use synthetic division.